this. So, right now the moon is at 97.6% illumination in the sign of Cancer. In 2 days, we're going to have the full moon in Leo, which is kind of dope because the sun's in Aquarius. So, when the moon is in Leo and the sun's in Aquarius, it's like the polarities are being represented here, because Leo is the opposite of Aquarius on the zodiac wheel, right? The polarity too. So, yeah, let's see what that energy is going to bring for you. Full moons always hit me. They always hit me hard. So, let's see what that means for you. How it's going to affect you. Can you expect this Aquarius season, right? And if you think about it too, like the polarities, opposites attract. So it's probably a good sign for like manifestation as well. Because right now, like, it's a good time to attract that which you would want when you've got the sun and moon representing the polarities in such a way. We see it with magnets, right? And if you have a negative and a positive, they're gonna, just come right to each other. If you have a negative and a negative, they'll repel each other, Positive, repel. And same with batteries. You need like a negative side and a positive side. You need your ground and your positive. So throughout pretty much everything. I mean, even the beginning of the universe started with matter and antimatter, the polarities coming together. So to me, when I view the polar energies of Leo and Aquarius, to me that really tells me that there's like magnetism, right? There's an attraction, an ability to manifest and attract that which you want. So let's see first who you are, right? Cross watchers are welcome. If you are not a Leo, you might have it in your chart. You're just here to chill, cool. Get your reading. You want to spy on a Leo? Cool. Get your reading. So we have the Galactic Federation. And this is all about collaborations, meetings, community. This talks about some kind of like social event or a group of people, right? So let's see what that means for you. We're gonna use my Tarot Noir. I love this deck. It's very circusy, and if you all know me, I love the circus. I used to tell my mom I was gonna run away to the circus. Real sad I didn't do that. Just saying. Alright, so you could be collaborating with people at this time. You could be socializing, going to a social event. You could be invited to something here. We'll see. Alright, so okay. This is real interesting. the bat, I'm seeing Page of Swords. It's not my favorite to start out with. I'm gonna be real with y'all. It's not my favorite. Page of Swords represents like jealousy or, you know, like negativity, evil eye kind of like energy. Somebody could be like throwing that at you, you know. Somebody could be feeling some kind of way towards you, or you towards somebody else, you know. Roles could be reversed. Take it as it resonates. With the Ten of Wands, I see that this has a lot to do with like an emotional burden that somebody is carrying, right? Somebody is, they could be mad at you, right? With the Ten of Wands, it's like holding a grudge, right? And that can be a burden that like is unnecessary, right? It's like dragging everyone down, it's dragging them down, it's making it hard for them to accomplish it, you know. And it's interesting because with the Five of Pentacles, it's because there's like this energy of feeling like they're missing out, or they're like out in the cold, or like ostracized, or like estranged. It's almost like they want to connect, but it's weird. It's like they're mad though. With the Magician in reverse, I see the energy of disillusionment, right? Like somebody seeing a situation for what it is. Because the Magician is the illusionist, so when I see this in reverse, I see disillusionment. Also, this could be the energy of you're just not really trying to make things happen in one way or another, right? With the Three of Cups in reverse, you could be like letting go of bad habits. You could be really focused on yourself at this time, which is really positive energy. With the Eight of Pentacles, also focused on your work, focused on your shit. You may not even be aware of this energy of this person kind of like casting shadows your way, you know? It's like, it definitely looks like somebody's mad though, or somebody's unhappy with you. Somebody is feeling some kind of weight. With the Page of Pentacles showing up, I see that you could have offers coming in, opportunities showing up for you. I'd rather not focus on the negative, right? Like, haters gonna hate. Shake it off, you know, Taylor Swift style, I don't know. But, yeah, so let's focus on the positive here. Let's focus on what this Page of Pentacles is. This opportunity, this new beginning, you know, what is that? And what is your response to that? We have the Queen of Swords. That's who it is. Which is interesting. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it looks like they're like trying to extend an offer to you, right? They're trying to communicate, maybe gift you something. Your response is the Town in reverse, right? Which means that you're not really trying to go out and do all that, right? It looks like you might be shutting down this offer, this opportunity. Queen of Swords could, I mean, they may not be super thrilled about it, you know, and that could be where this Page of Swords is coming from too, right? Like, feeling like they extended an offer or an opportunity and then they feel rejected by you or whatever, and they could just be like in their head about this or whatever. So fuck them. Right? Like, fuck what they think. If that's not the way that you want to go, if that's not the things that you want to do, fuck them, you know? And maybe that sounds harsh to the cross watchers out there, but the way I see it is like, if it ain't right for you, don't fucking do it. Bottom line. You know, like, it doesn't matter whose feelings get hurt, it doesn't matter how other people are going to react to it. You have to do what's right by you, always, right? Otherwise, nobody else will. So, fuck them. And why are they so butthurt? Right? Like, why is this energy so fucking big? That's a good question. That's what I want to know. Why is this energy so big that it is, like, dominating your reading? You got swords showing up. Like, I feel like it could be an air sign. Because they're petty, okay? That's why. 100%, that's why. Temperance in reverse, Sagittarius energy, right? They're like very impatient about this. They're like, yeah, they're just, I don't know, they feel rejected. And they're not handling it well. That's what's really showing up. They're not handling it well. With the Eight of Cups in reverse, it's like this energy of they're like, well, how do I go back to the drawing board and make this work out? Or how do I, like, you know, and honestly, I don't like that energy. You know, it's like, let it be. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But it's like they're trying to, like, segue their way back in. With the Nine of Cups, it's because you are their wish fulfillment, right? It is like, yeah, it's like you are their wish fulfillment. And so, but honestly, they're just disregarding your feelings and focusing way more on their own. And that's the part that's not cool, right? And then they're dominating your reading because they're so hung up on this and how they feel about it. What's your advice right now? With the Justice in reverse, your advice is to not interfere with their karma. Alright? Let them feel how they're gonna feel, let them go through what they're gonna go through, but don't interfere with their karma. Let shit just unfold the way it must, right? With the Ten of Swords in reverse, it's like, right now it's a time for your rebirth, right? I see heavy energy of you just focusing on yourself and on, you know, what you're working towards, what you want for yourself. With the Six of Pentacles, I see that, like, you could have family or friends that are, like, here helping you through this, helping you to really reestablish yourself at this time. With the Wheel of Fortune, I do see that things are turning in your favor, that things are going to really start looking up for you. And then with the King of Pentacles, it's like all this hard work is going to pay off, right? Like, that's Kingpin energy, right? It's like, you don't have time for all that other shit, all that drama, all that whatever. Other people's feelings, not your business, right? And that's kind of the way I live my life. Where other people's feelings about me, not my business. I don't want to know. I don't care to know, you know? And it's like, and it's very liberating. So, you know, I feel that the more that you focus on, you know, working on yourself, really coming back from whatever, you know, like defeat or endings you've experienced in life, like I feel that this comeback is very strong for you. This is like a very strong glow up energy. And of course, every time there's like a really solid glow up, there's always going to be that energy of somebody who's like, but wait, what about me? You know, and it's like, what about you? Right now, you gotta focus on you, right? You gotta focus on yourself. You know, you can't be worried about like what's going on with other people, especially during a time like this. Right, the Sun card popped out. I like that with the Ace of Wands, right? Passionate new beginning. Sun card being your card. Um, the Leo card, which is all about abundance and happiness, and you know, somebody really helping you over this wall. So what can you expect with this Wheel of Fortune, King of Pentacles energy? Alright, refocusing on the positives here. Well, that's positive. With the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse, I see that this energy kind of like gives up, right? They're over it. You know, with the Seven of Swords in reverse, despite how they feel about this situation, I do see that they are like handling it well. They're not like trying to be deceitful or manipulative, or you know, there's not a bunch of deception and bullshit going on. It's like, yeah, they got their feelings hurt. Yes, they're focused on it. That's big energy on them. That's a karmic thing that they need to face on their own, right? However, I do see that the positive here that you can expect is that they will be giving up, right? They're going to back off. They're going to leave you alone. With the Moon card showing up, Pisces energy, something's going to be like coming to light here, or something's illuminated. A truth will be spoken. So let's see what that means. Because it looks like they're just kind of like, they're backing off of communication, right? Knights and pages, those are communicators. So I feel like they're going to stop. They're going to stop. They're bullshit. Right? They're going to stop trying. With the Moon card, what is coming to light, right? What is this truth that's going to be revealed? And I'm glad that they are choosing to handle it like a grown-up rather than like acting on their emotions. Because their emotions are saying a lot different from what their actions are saying, right? Their emotions are very burdened and very like hurt. Whereas their actions are like, you know what, I'm just gonna pull back. I'm just gonna accept it for what it is. The Hanged Man in reverse, I feel that, and you know what, this moon could be for them too, right? Them seeing the truth in this situation, like them really understanding like, hey, this just isn't turning out the way that, you know, they once wanted. And with the Hanged Man in reverse, I see that, you know, this is removing an obstacle for both of you. Ultimately, right? Like the burden, the emotional burden, it will be released. It's like both of you can move on in your own directions freely. You know, it's like, and I feel that this illumination is really going to help this disillusionment, if you will, right? because there could have been delusion involved, right? They could have had their own delusional kind of perspective on things. And I think that they're gaining clarity on that, you know, and they're just like, wow, I was acting a fool. That sucks, you know. Moving on now, you know, kind of energy. So, um, so I mean, that's good because they were just kind of in this energy of being very hung up, right? That's why the Hanged Man is in reverse, because they're no longer going to be hung up on you, right? They're no longer going to be like chasing, because it feels like they're chasing their own fucking tail, you know? Yeah, I really feel that you're dealing with an air sign. Because all the cards that came out were all swords. It's all air energy. You have a lot of swords in your reading. A lot of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Um, with the Two of Swords in reverse, I feel that, you know, you're not going to have to feel so defensive about this energy anymore. You're not going to have to like put your walls up, because they're just not going to be trying to bring them down, you know. With the Knight of Swords in reverse, they're not going to be trying to take further action towards you. With the Nine of Swords in reverse, they are, you know, kind of like getting out of their head about you, right? Leaving that, the anxiety, the obsessive thinking with the Nine of Swords, right? Like the overthinking, the anxiety, the restlessness, sleepless nights, crazy fucking dreams, all that. It's gonna come to an end, and it's almost like, in a huge way, like you're liberating them from their own like self-imposed prison, you know. All right, what else do you need to know? I almost feel like you rejecting them was like the best thing you could have done for them. You know, sometimes people need like that ego check, you know. Yeah. Yep. Unknown tits. Very air energy, actually. That's funny. So we have the Star card. Aquarius energy. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. Also, this is the card of hopefulness. This is the card of, you know, that light in the darkness. This is getting in touch with your sense of purpose. This is, you know, understanding why you're here and what you're meant to be doing, you know, and I feel that that clarity is something that is just unmatched, right? It's a beautiful sense of clarity. It's like there's a lot of illumination here between the moon and the star, and a lot of understanding that, like, you know what you're here for and you know what you want in life, right? And nobody, no matter how stubborn they are, is going to interfere with that, you know? If you're dealing with an Aquarius, they're fucking stubborn, okay? To be honest, like, most Aquariuses I know have been hung up on a Leo or two, okay? Like, to be fair. So, it's happened. And, you know, it's like I said, that magnetism of the polarities, you know, it's inevitable. I mean, yeah. So, on behalf of all Aquarians, I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. Also, it makes sense to me that you're dealing with that. Got a couple of them that flipped. And take them both. All right. So, we have the Devil card, Capricorn energy. And this card really symbolizes like the things that come between our authenticity, our genuine love, that kind of stuff, genuine connection. And it has to do with the ego, right? The devil represents addiction, obsession, toxicity, you know. It also represents great managerial skills, right? It also represents like excellent money management, you know, and kind of like bossing up in the material realm, because the devil is the lord of the third dimension, right? The earth realm, if you will. So it's kind of like mastering those areas, as well as, you know, and if you're dealing with somebody who's dealing with addiction or obsession or whatever the fuck, I do see that, like, that's coming to a close, right? Especially with the Ace of Cups in reverse. It's like you're just not pouring into that cup. That cup is runneth drieth, right? Then we have more Pisces energy with the High Priestess showing up. And this is really following your intuition. This is really being in touch with like your inner knowing, right? And what I love too about the High Priestess is she's got the balance between the light and dark, right? She is the balance between the light and the dark. Like, she's really integrated her shadow. She has a lot of like foresight, a lot of understanding. This is somebody who's very like spiritually inclined. So if that's not you, this could be somebody that you're communicating with, because we have the Page of Wands, the Page of Fire, right? And this is kind of more your energy with the fire. So you could be communicating with somebody, or you may feel intuitively drawn to communicate with somebody, and I feel like it's somebody different, right? If you're communicating with a High Priestess, this is somebody who's very spiritually inclined, and it's kind of funny because she's got horns. I just noticed that. But that doesn't necessarily mean evil, right? It means like, it's like antenna. It's like being able to connect with the higher realms through that. So, and they don't look like demon horns, you know. It's just like, I think more of like just somebody who has like that connection from earth to the heavens. Somebody who has integrated their shadow, who knows like the best and worst parts of themselves, right? And this is somebody that you feel drawn to communicate with, or you're feeling intuitively drawn to communicate with somebody. Take it as it resonates. But with that Page of Wands, it definitely feels like you may want to like, let's see, let's get clarifiers on the High Priestess and the Page of Wands. Okay, that was a huge 180. But this could be why you rejected the previous person. Because what I'm seeing here is the Four of Cups in reverse, which the Four of Cups in the upright is all about rejecting and saying no to something, right? Four of Cups in reverse is accepting something, and perhaps accepting an offer or an invitation with the Page of Wands, right? With the Seven of Cups in reverse, this reminds me of a song. How does it go? It's, I don't want that, I want you instead. Do, do, do. Kissing with a boy she never met before. Food was sparks, but the dream was plenty. Do, 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 do. Yeah, what is it? It's called You Instead. But that's what it reminds me of, because basically in the song they're singing like, you can count all the stars in the sky, but I don't want that, I want you instead. If I could only remember all the lyrics, I can only like hear that part. I don't want that, I want you instead. From that movie, Tonight You're Mine, which is a really dope movie about like these people who are at a music festival, and then they like get handcuffed together, and then their boyfriend and girlfriend break up with them because they're handcuffed together, and then they, whatever. Anyway, super good though, and that's what this is reminding me of. It's like not wanting anybody else, right? And so that could be the energy of why you're not open to this other person who's been hung up on you, right? And why they need to get the fuck over it, because it looks like there is somebody here that you're just kind of like all about. So man, you are confusing. You're confusing. The reason I say that is because the Judgment is in reverse here. It's like you're up in the air. They're all you want, but you don't know if you want them. If that makes sense. You're like, I don't know if I really want to go down that path. I don't know if it's really supposed to be that way. Yet, you're not really open to a lot of other options, or you're not looking at other options. Take that as it resonates. With the Six of Swords in reverse, it's like, I see you, this could be like an ex or somebody that, from your past or something, but it's kind of this energy of wanting to return. With the King of Wands in reverse, perhaps you're not in communication with them, or you haven't been communicating with them. Or perhaps you said something that wasn't super true. But the way I'm perceiving it is more that that you're just not communicating with them, right? Like and with this person whom you're trying to communicate with, or you want to, you're thinking about it. Judgment in reverse says you haven't really decided. Your intuition is telling you, hey, maybe you should, but then you're like, you overthink it a bit, and you're like, I don't know about this. Da, 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 da. We have the Sun card, Leo energy coming out. And it's like somebody's gonna help you over the wall. It's like things are just gonna kind of work out the way that they're meant to. I'm seeing that you're going to be feeling very emotionally fulfilled. That's a card of happiness, right? The best part about this card is that there's no like reverse meaning. It's just happy, right? It's like overcoming all the all the hardship and, you know, finding what actually brings you joy in life. So why are you all up in the air about pursuing this person? More swords. Ace of Swords. It would require having to say something. Having to, like, because the Ace of Swords is all about expressing a truth, right? We saw that with the Moon card, but I feel that this is a different individual than the one that we were talking about, because you're not necessarily rejecting this one, you're accepting this one. So take it as it resonates. With the Eight of Swords, either you or them don't see this coming, right? Or like, it's kind of like out of left field. Now with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, I feel that somebody has already made up their mind though. With the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it's like they've already kind of let go, or they've chosen like to drop it. So maybe it is the same person, which is weird because it's weird. It's like, as soon as they let go, as soon as they stop chasing, then you're sitting there like, well, maybe I should talk to them. Maybe I should communicate with them. And they're just like over here like, well, I already let it go because I'm not going to sit here and make a fool of myself. Big runner chaser vibes. Yeah, Five of Wands, feeling conflicted about this. Feeling at odds about the whole thing. That's that Judgment in reverse. Like, I feel that. And also, you could be worried that there's competition, too. But if you notice, there really isn't. Like, there's all these little imps, but you're the one holding all the wands, right? You're the one that kind of is like holding all the cards, if you will. With the Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy, I do see a rebirth energy, or like a fresh start, a new beginning. However that looks, whatever that means. What is this fresh start, new beginning? It's what you're on the crossroads about, right? You're at a crossroads. You're just kind of like, should I stay or should I go? Eight of Wands tells me that something will be moving rather quickly. We have the Seven of Pentacles. This is the card of harvest, right? This is like the fruits of your labor coming to fruition here. It's like, It's really good, you know, that Wheel of Fortune Sun card energy, like something really dope is gonna happen for you, and you're gonna start seeing like a positive shift in the way that things are going for you. Um, it requires a level of acceptance, you know, for whatever is to come. With the Five of Cups in reverse, I see that like it's gonna require like no longer focusing on that. No longer focusing on the disappointments, right? No longer focusing on what was lost or what was left, or you know, it's like having to redirect your focus. You do have 555 on the board, because then you have the Five of Swords that also came out with the Five of Cups in reverse, and you have the Five of Wands, and I just showed you. And you had the Five of Pentacles. You have all the fives. 5, 5, 5, 5. Which is all about changes, transitions, you know, like challenges even. With the Five of Swords, I see this energy that you know, like you're just trying to play it safe. Like you're trying to protect your energy. You're trying to like have the best case scenario. Like you don't want to make the wrong choice. Ace of Pentacles tells me that there will be a new beginning though. You know, the Ace of Pentacles is the biggest pentacle in the deck, right? So this is something that's going to be very rewarding, something that feels very dope. This new beginning, this new cycle. I'm seeing the heavy energy of a new cycle for you with the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Now we have the Emperor in reverse, Aries energy in reverse. And it's kind of like, why is the Emperor in reverse? The Emperor is like a father figure, or like a boss, or, you know, somebody of that sort, like an older, masculine kind of energy. With that being in reverse, I feel that like somebody like because when I asked to clarify, it was clarified by the Fool, more Aries energy, right? Uranus, so it's actually Aries and Aquarius. But the Emperor in reverse, it's kind of like you're not letting somebody like dictate the direction of your life, right? You see the error in their ways, or like you see that like their way is not your way. With the Fool card, you know, this is like taking a leap of faith in a new direction. You know, the Fool card is card 0, right? And seeing that with the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, I see a new start here, a new beginning. The Fool card is the first card of the deck. That's why it's card 0, ground 0, if you will. And this is kind of like trusting your intuition and trusting the divine to take you in the right direction. Perhaps there was like an older masculine, like a boss or somebody that you like kind of looked up to in some way that you were listening to that could have had an impact on this entire situation. And I feel that like right now you're being called to think for yourself, right? Rather than like taking on other people's opinions, because they may not even know what the divine wants for you, right? Or know what is really meant or in store for you. So take that as it resonates. But it kind of looks like, you're really being called to listen to your own highest judgment. You're not supposed to be like outsourcing wisdom, if you will. Not like that. It's like good to get people's opinions, but not like let them dictate your every move, your every action. Because they could be actually hindering the progress of your life, right? Your own Akashic records. What you signed up for. You signed up for something very different from what they signed up for. And you can't expect to like be just like them. And if they want you to be just like them, then that's pretty narcissistic. It's like there's no one perfect way of being. Otherwise, everyone would just be like that, Kalyantra. You have more power to evoke a positive shift in your circumstances than you realize. If anything required for success is lacking, the Divine Mother shall provide it. You are crossing a crucial spiritual threshold. Stay focused, let distractions fall away, and continue to commit yourself to what matters most to your heart. A more beautiful experience awaits you. Dakshina Kali. She appears fierce, and yet she is benign. Her oracle brings the message that a situation which may frighten or intimidate you is well within your capacity to handle. No matter how dramatic or intense a situation may appear to be at this time, it shall eventually be a little more than a passing memory and not have any negative bearing upon your future. Bhubaneswari. She is the rising sun, marking the ending of darkness and the replenishment of life force after illness or devastation. She creates a clean slate and a fresh start, and she protects and preserves that which is worthy of the heart. She shines in a perpetual state of divine beauty and radiance, attracting to us the most supportive and honoring circumstances. And this is what I have for you. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will see you later.